Hi, my name's Glenn Hasselman. I'm just making this video for the free accounting software users to show you guys how to pay or deduct child support in free accounting software for STP2. Now, done quite a few payroll demos in this using this business, but I haven't set up the child support thing, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do now. So first we need to set up a tax code. So there are a lot of default tax codes, and I've added a couple here as well, but there is no default one for child support. So click new, and I'm just going to call it child support. Now there is two kinds of child support. One is called child support deduction, and one is child support garnishee. They're set up very similar, so I'm just going to point out the differences as I go. And I guess when you get the notification to deduct child support, you'll sort of be told which one it is. So I'm just going to call this the child support deduction. This doesn't go on the FAS, so we can just leave that. Single touch payroll income type is not really applicable, but I'm just going to put salaries and wages anyway. Now here we've got the STP gross classification, and here is where we need to select child support. So there's two options here for child support deduction and child support garnishee. So in this case, I'm setting up the child support deduction, so I'm going to select that. The tax classification, STP tax classification, we can just put not applicable or even just leave it blank. Okay, now going back to the business menu, and then we need to set up an account. So clicking on the accounts and then new. I'm just calling this account the same name. It doesn't have to be the same name. There's probably not much point to making it different. Classification reference should be liability. It won't change how the STP reporting works. However, it's more correct to show it as a liability. Okay, apply super. We've got to make sure that that is either blank or false. We do not want to reduce the superannuation for this deduction. I'm just going to leave it blank. The default tax code, this is where we need to pick up that child support deduction tax code that we just previously set up. Okay, payment deduction type. This controls in which area of the pay slip you're allowed to select the account. Anything of these top four options will work. The best one I think to pick is deduction, as it's not really earnings, it's an amount that's being deducted from the person's pay. Okay, having done that, we can save, and now go and pay the employee. So going to batches, I've set up a batch here for the purposes of this. No pay slips on it yet, and I can click new pay slip. Now we just choose the employee, and I guess, we're deducting child support, so first there has to be the normal weekly or normal weekly, fortnightly, monthly pay. So just put something in for that. Then we need to add a separate line. So down the bottom left, there is a button here, add line. So we add a line, and then in this line, we select the account we set up, child support deduction. Over here in the tax code box, it will automatically pick up that default tax code that we've just set up as well. Now, you put in the amount that you want to deduct as a negative. So let's say it's $300. We put negative $300. You can see that reduces the total there and flows through to a reduced net pay. Now, the important thing to do when you're setting up tax codes and accounts is to check that it is actually reporting correctly on the pay event info. So down the bottom here, we have pay event info. That is the information that goes to the ATO. So if I just scroll down, we can see that we have this thing here called child support deduction of $300. So, you know, you've just got to check that that is being recorded correctly and then save. Now, I'll show you the STP Lodge page because this amount does also display on that page. So keeping in mind here that this is a year-to-date amount. So all of these, and the heading does say it there, year-to-date amounts. All of these amounts here are year-to-date amounts. On the STP Lodge page, some amounts are displayed, but they are just amounts for the specific or the one pay run. So we go to the STP Lodge page, and we've got all the normal stuff there. If I just scroll down under the payroll details, there is the payroll total. So that's just the total of this pay run, and we've got the gross, the tax, and child support deduction. You'll also note that there is also a total for child support garnishee, and if you set up if you set it up as a garnishee, that's where you should see it. So the process of lodging is exactly the same, of selecting a credential and putting in password and clicking lodge. So I won't go through that. Okay, that's about all there is to know about setting up and reporting child support in free accounting software. I hope the video has been useful, and thanks for watching.